Welcome back to the Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. Oh, and welcome back to the big board. And on the big board, sliced provolone, sliced salumi, some beautiful smoked ham, big old loaf of white bread, marinara sauce, some of that leftover spinach, kale, and Brussels sprout dip. We got some breadcrumbs, we've got banana peppers, we've got a black olive and walnut pesto with a couple of eggs. Wait to see what we do with this, folks. All right, first things first, we will take the crusts off of this white privilege bread. That's right. We're going to go ahead and kneecap this white bread, bitches. And we'll go ahead and just cut those right down the middle. Make nice, even slices. We can start building our sandwiches. But first, don't forget about those crumbs, those edges. Those are going to go in the oven at 300 degrees. Very, very slowly cooked for about 25 to 30 minutes, and we've got beautiful breadcrumbs. All right, next up, we lay our sandwiches down. First things first, provolone cheese. Next things next, jamon. The jamon. That's right, lay the ham down. And in keeping with the swine, here comes some cured pig. That's right, beautiful Genoa salami. Lay that down. Next up, the secret ingredient, the main yummy creamy ingredient. That's right. That's our spinach, kale, and Brussels sprouts dip. That's going in a couple, 2-3 times here. Really going to add to the creaminess. Now, here's another one. I have a little jar of black olive and walnut pesto left over. And on top of that, we're going to add some banana peppers for a little tang. Now let's start building these mofos. What do you say? Make sure you stack them accurately, nice and tight, edges on edges. There you go. Smooth it out. Keep smashing it down. Keep smashing it down. That's going to be important. There goes layer number 2, 3, 4, and 5. A 5-layer Spadini, huh? Forget about it. Now then, here is where you want to keep pressing. Put a little pressure. Don't smush them, but just press them, because you want that thing to be tight. All right? So let's start figuring out our egg wash, flour, and batter technique, shall we? All right. Do I need to say it? Apparently I still do. Season at every level. Here goes some Italian seasoning in with the salt, pepper, water. About a tablespoon of water to 2 eggs is all you need. Now, there goes some tapioca starch, which will help with crispness. Instead of using AP flour, you can use AP flour, or cornstarch, or rice flour, or potato starch. There goes our breadcrumbs. 22 minutes later, they're nice and toasty. We're going to add those to our panko breadcrumbs. Mix them all together. 100% usage, people. Not a drop, not a crumb of waste. And that's what it's all about here. All right, next up. First part of our 3-part dredging process is the flour, or the rice flour, potato flour, or in this case tapioca starch. This will really help the eggs cling to that piece. There we go, 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides. Get it all in there. Gonna feel like a loose sponge cake in your hand, which is basically what it is. Now, all 4, 6 sides with our breadcrumbs. That maniac flour, that tapioca starch will really help to ensure that this comes up with a nice crispy outer edge. All right, a mere seconds later, we have Spadini number 1 is done. We have 6 more to do. And now we are ready to fry. We are going to shallow fry these in about 3/4 of an inch of oil, 350 degrees, lightly smoking. We do not want to drop these into deep fry. They'll just come out too oily and too greasy. So just work your edges. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, we've got our homemade marinara working. Let's go ahead and get the other sides of this thing fried. It's looking real good, looking super crispy, and it's going to be delicious. Trust me when I tell you. How does that look, huh? All right, so now we'll heat that oil up just a little bit more since it's lost some of its temperature, and we'll rinse and repeat. Only we can double and triple these up if we want to as we continue doing this. Don't want to crowd the pan, of course, but you've got enough room you can make it happen 2 at a time. You'll be done with it in 5 minutes. Now then, let's do a little sound check. Yeah, I'm thinking those are crispy. There's some more sound effects. Yep. Now let's get a visual. Thanks for the visual. How about that? Let's go ahead and plate this thing up. Now, I've seen other versions of these made where they drown them in the sauce, in the pan. I'm not a big fan of that. In the spirit of keeping this thing crisp, we'll lay a little sauce down, do a little drizzle over the top. Now we start to lay on some of that razzle-dazzle, baby. There goes some fresh mozzarella. Here comes some fresh grated pecorino romano. And we'll finish off with a little green, a little Italian parsley and fresh basil blend. Tell me how this looks. You just tell me. And the last bit of luxury, how about some of that balsamic reduction with porcini mushroom powder? And let's get into this. Okay. Yep. Got 3 utensils. Knife and a fork to cut it with, and a spoon to scoop it up. Or maybe not. We'll see what happens. With all that sauce, you never know. All right, let's see what it thinks. He keeps shaking his head. I think that's a good thing. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're not ready yet. Pardon me. Excuse me, Mr. Vegas. Right? Okay. This has all the qualities of lasagna, chicken parmesan, a fried ham and cheese sandwich. You really taste the Brussels sprouts and spinach and kale dip that I spread in there. You also pick up the tanginess from the banana peppers and the black olive pesto. Wow. Just wow. I wash my hands.